Once upon a time, high above the puffy cotton candy clouds and pastel rainbows, there existed a magical tea party like no other. It was a gathering of enchantment and delight, where teacups spun from dreams and saucers were delicate cookies embossed with peculiar patterns. This was the Whimsical Tea Party in the clouds, a place where children and adults could escape into a world of sugary wonders. In this whimsical tale, young Emily discovered a shimmering invitation as she peered out of her bedroom window one sunny morning. Her eyes widened with excitement as she read the elegant, swirling letters that danced across the paper. "You are cordially invited to the tea party in the clouds." With a skip in her step, she carefully tucked the invitation into her pocket and embarked on a journey through the sky. Emily followed a trail of fluffy marshmallow clouds, hopping from one to another until she reached a towering cumulus cloud. To her amazement, a grand staircase made of spun sugar awaited her. Each step she took sparkled beneath her feet, releasing the tantalizing scent of vanilla and laughter. Upon reaching the top of the staircase, Emily found herself in a world of pure whimsy. The tea party in the clouds was in full swing, with tables adorned by cascading candy cane centerpieces, teapots pouring streams of rainbow tea, and plates overflowing with gravity-defying treats. Giggling children and adults, dressed in pastel hues, mingled under the billowing canopy of a rainbow-striped tent. As Emily settled into her seat at a table adorned with lollipop flowers, peculiar characters surrounded her. Mr. Whiskers, a mischievous cat with cotton candy fur, sipped tea from a teacup balanced on his tail. Opposite her sat Bertie Bubblegum, a friendly gnome who blew bubbles that floated dreamily through the air, reflecting shimmering colors. Just as Emily was about to take a sip of her tea, a hush fell over the crowd. The grand entrance to the tent swung open, revealing a figure draped in a flowing gown made entirely of spun sugar. It was the Sugar Plum Fairy, the enchanting hostess of the tea party in the clouds. She floated gracefully to the center of the tent, her wings glistening like iridescent candy wrappers. With a wave of her hand, the Sugar Plum Fairy summoned a gentle breeze that carried the scent of freshly baked cookies. Teacups and plates on the tables magically filled with delectable treats, and the air filled with the tinkling sound of laughter and clinking teacups. As the tea party in the clouds continued, Emily found herself lost in a whirlwind of enchantment. She danced with gummy bears, played hide-and-seek with mischievous fairies, and even rode on a carousel made of licorice twirls. But as the sun began to set and the sky turned a dusky lavender, the tea party came to an end. The Sugar Plum Fairy bid her guests farewell, and Emily descended the sugar spiral staircase, her heart filled with cherished memories. As she stepped onto solid ground, she gazed up at the sky, knowing that the tea party in the clouds would always be there, waiting for those who believed in its magic. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, yet the memory of the tea party lingered in Emily's mind. She yearned to return to that extraordinary gathering where dreams took flight and imaginations soared high above the clouds. One day, while exploring her attic, Emily discovered an old, dusty book filled with tales of extraordinary adventures and hidden realms. Deep within its pages, she stumbled upon a mention of a key that could unlock the secret portal to the tea party in the clouds. Driven by determination, Emily embarked on a quest to find the key and reopen the door to the whimsical gathering. She journeyed through forests of candy cane trees, crossed rivers of melted chocolate, and climbed mountains made of marshmallows. Along the way, she encountered talking gumdrop guardians and mischievous chocolate-covered imps who offered riddles and challenges to test her resolve. After countless adventures, Emily discovered the hidden key within a sparkling sugar crystal cave. With the key clutched tightly in her hand, she retraced her steps, returning to the spot where the grand staircase had once stood. Heart pounding with anticipation, Emily inserted the key into an invisible lock, and with a soft click, the portal to the tea party in the clouds opened before her. The familiar scent of vanilla and laughter beckoned her forward. Stepping into the magical realm, Emily was greeted with joyous exclamations and familiar faces. The sugar plum fairy, with her wings shimmering like spun sugar, embraced her warmly, recognizing the courage that had brought Emily back. Emily's heart swelled with delight as she re-entered the tea party in the clouds, eager to explore its wonders once again. She discovered that new treats had been added to the already abundant feast: marshmallow pops that glowed like miniature stars, gummy worm spaghetti that wiggled playfully on the plates, and fizzy lemonade that tickled the nose with every sip. The whimsical characters she had met before welcomed her with open arms, eager to hear about her adventures since their last encounter. Emily shared her tales of bravery and imagination, regaling them with stories of saving a dragon's lost treasure and befriending a mischievous sprite in a hidden forest. As the day turned into twilight, Emily noticed a glimmering path leading to a mysterious garden beyond the tent. Intrigued, she followed the trail, her steps guided by the soft glow of firefly lanterns. The garden was a magical oasis, filled with vibrant flowers that bloomed in every color of the rainbow. Each petal seemed to whisper secrets of the universe, and the air was thick with the fragrance of dreams. In the center of the garden stood a towering tree, its branches adorned with shimmering crystals that refracted the moonlight. It was the Tree of Wishes, said to grant the desires of those who believed in its magic. Emily approached the tree, closing her eyes, and whispered her deepest wish. Suddenly, a shower of golden sparkles rained down upon her, wrapping her in a warm embrace. When she opened her eyes, she found herself floating gently in the air, supported by a pair of gossamer wings. Emily had been granted the power of flight, a gift from the Tree of Wishes. With newfound wings, Emily soared above the clouds, feeling the wind caress her cheeks and the stars twinkle in her wake. She danced among the constellations, tracing the paths of shooting stars and painting the night sky with her dreams. But as the first rays of dawn approached, Emily knew her time in the tea party in the clouds was coming to an end. Reluctantly, she descended from the heavens, her wings fading away as she touched the ground once more. As she bid her friends farewell and stepped back into the world below, Emily carried the magic of the tea party with her. She knew that although the tea party in the clouds was a rare and special event, the spirit of wonder and imagination would always be by her side. From that day forward, Emily embraced the extraordinary in the ordinary. She found joy in the everyday wonders, the shape of a cloud, the twinkle of a star, and the laughter of friends. And whenever she yearned for a taste of magic, she would close her eyes and remember the tea party in the clouds, where dreams came true and the impossible became possible. And so, dear reader, if you ever find yourself gazing up at the sky and wondering about the wonders that lie beyond, remember Emily's story. Believe in the power of imagination, for within it, the most extraordinary adventures await. The tea party in the clouds may be a tale, but its magic lives on, waiting to be discovered by those who dare to dream.